one innovator. So that then leads us on to mentor match. So, so this is the time scale. In the next couple of weeks, we need you to have a look at our lookbook, and I'll give you the address in a minute. That's slightly wrong, and there's no S on it. But I'll put it in the chat. We need to have a look at our lookbook and look at the mentors who are available. And we'd like to choose 4 that you're interested in working with and put them in order. So who's your first choice? Who do you really want? Who's second, third, and fourth? And then my aim, like a giant Sudoku puzzle, is to try and match you all with the people you want. And if we get 4, we're most likely going to get you all with the matches you want. So then after we get them all in, by November the 30th, you need to fill your matches in. And the next thing is we'll fire you an email to say that you've matched. So we will email you and your mentor one single email announcing that you've been matched to that person. And feel free to go on Twitter and say hello to them, or follow them on Twitter if you don't already do that. And fire them an email back and set up your first meeting. So once you get that email, go and arrange that contact and set up the first meeting, and then really try and stick to a monthly arrangement. And that's up to you to discuss with them. Yep. 30th. Yeah. So then December 3rd, that week beginning December 3rd, we'll fire the matches. In terms of try and regularly meet with them over that month. We then need to have some check-in points. There's a mid-point check-in and an end-point check-in where we need you to fill in how things are going into our activity app. I know a lot of you are trainers already, and you may have seen when you go on as a trainer, there's another section for innovators. So now you're going to press the innovator button and go in and put the mid-point check-in or the end-point check-in in through that app. If you are not a trainer at the moment, over the next week or 2, we will get you added to the trainer app system. So you can get into that system, or not trainer, the education app system, and so you can get in and put those check-ins in. So check-ins and endpoint check-ins go into the app that we put that information in. It doesn't how you want to meet with your mentors, that's entirely up to you. Mostly through Hangouts. For the mentors, the people I've looked after as mentor, and when I've been mentored, we mostly have Google Hangouts. Obviously, if you're both in a meeting at an event, that's fine. And they both have to be at events, or you both have to be at ISTE, then why not arrange to go out for coffee and have a face-to-face conversation? But the bulk of it will probably be Hangouts having conversations. So the address for it is bit.ly/den18mentor, and that takes you to our mentor match page. And on that page, you can see the list of all mentors in the system. It's already pre-filtered to show you the ones that are currently available. So there might be someone who you know is an innovator, and maybe you know is mentors. If they're not on that page, because we've already assigned someone in a current live cohort, so they're not currently available for mentoring. On the bottom of that page is the form to fill in. So when you pick your 4 mentors to choose, and the important thing to remember about that mentor match is no matter who fills it in first. So someone who opens it on their phone now and goes around and picks 4 people, that doesn't put you in any way ahead of someone who waits 2 weeks and then fills it in. And we'll look at it when they're all in. And my aim is to give you all, ideally, your first choice or your second choice or so on through the list. But we need to unpick that. On the rare occasion that all 36 of you choose the same 4 mentors, I will come back to you with an email saying, can you give us another choice? Can you pick somebody else from the list? So feel free to have a look in there. There's details about them. There's details about their skills, where they live, who they are, and have a think about it if there is. You might also, when we get to the social time after we finish graduation today, want to have a chat with your coaches, because your coaches will probably have met lots of other innovators and might go, I know the ideal person for you in your project. So feel free to have a chat around the room, have a chat with your coaches and think about who that could be in terms of the mentor match situation. 2 check-ins, I mentioned that already. Inside the app, you're going to do the 2 check-ins as the year goes on. That leads me to the end of my slides. What I would say before I even click off that is this. Stay in touch with us. Okay, it's really good if someone comes back and goes, okay, I haven't heard from my mentor, or I don't quite know how to check in, or I've got this problem, I've half invented something, I don't know when to go next. Please come back to us and keep in touch with info@certifiedinnovators.com. Don't just sit there and then we get to the end of the year and you go, well, I got stuck 2 weeks in and I don't know what to do. So feel free to come back to us and the wider community. I think one of the big things I've gained from what's changed my life being an innovator is it's been that wider community piece and getting that feedback from other people. Because this is really exciting when you're here, you're about to go back into school with people who perhaps aren't as excited, maybe, depends where you work. but maybe not as excited as you about your project, and it's keeping that motivation that's important. And so that is it. So as you already know, because I clicked it, the next slide is graduation time. Woo! So I'm going to hand over to everybody who's doing graduation, and we're now streaming live.
Yep.
With my presentation.
Say hey, everybody.
So, way back, many minutes ago, on Wednesday, we talked about how this is going to be a roller coaster, right? Did you guys feel some highs, feel some lows? Anyone have some quick turns? Anyone feel like you were building as you were riding? When we go out and we talk with school leaders about, sometimes people ask, how do we build a culture of innovation? Sometimes they look at Google and they're like, oh, we sort of think you're somewhat innovative. Can you tell us how we do this in our schools? And we like to tell them 4 things in terms of building a culture of innovation. We talk about curiosity, agency, risk-taking, and collaboration. So think about curiosity. Does anybody learn something that you want to learn a heck of a lot more about because something here? Yeah, anyone want to call it out? We've had sparks from your coaches, sparks from each other in Spark Camp. What's one thing you want to learn more about?
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Cool. Design thinking. Agency. So after you've got the spark of curiosity, then you've got agency. You want to be empowered to do something about it. How do we empower teachers to do more? Right? How do we empower our students to do more? How do we make it so that we fully leverage everything that everybody brings? Right. So Les has walked us through, a really powerful skill set and process for bringing change, right? So my hope is that you feel empowered to go out and make that change happen, starting small but thinking big. So the other thing is risk taking. Who's taking a big risk? Anyone taking risks here? Anyone want to nominate somebody? Call out somebody who took a massive risk over these few days. Big bag. Anyone take some risks? Yeah, Steve.
Quite a few of us that ate all of the jelly.
By the way, my slide here used to say last words, and so I was going to say something about how we all took the miracle pill, and here's the last word. Anyway, thanks Jesse for bringing that. And then finally, the final part of a culture of innovation is collaboration. So how many of you feel like you've got people, you've got a tribe that you want to woo! Yeah. Before we go into graduation, we wouldn't be here today without many people who have made it all possible. So first, I want to thank is Kelsey here. Kelsey, come on up here. This is Kelsey's last Innovator Academy. So she's going to be at and supporting. She did a wonderful job. So we're really glad to have Kelsey supporting. We already mentioned Les. Come on out here, Les. We know. So grateful for Les and her deep design expertise over and over again, and always with passion and enthusiasm. It's really fantastic. Thanks, Les. So our partners with EdTech team, Wendy and Andy and Mark. I didn't miss anybody, right? 3 of you. Yes. Really, like we said at the beginning, Wendy plus Mark plus Andy equals the Innovator program in its entirety, basically. So really grateful to them, and huge round of applause for all the work. Move ahead. Look at all these great innovators. We have to, the people who time and time again make this so special and give back to the community. We hope to see you all there someday, but let's get a huge round of applause for our coaches. And finally, this is our chance to celebrate you all and all the hard work that you've done and the adventure ahead. So thank you for being here. Congratulations. We're so glad to have you in the
Can we get a big round of applause for Dan?
And Dean. All right. So with that, I think we're going to start our graduation. You guys thought you were all done with graduations there.
Where do I go?
All right, so I'll tell you how it works
Oh yeah,
for
tell
everybody.
them. They're
When
gonna
you're
come this way.
when the slide for your team comes up, you're going to hear your walk-up song, and you're going to make your way to the left side of the room. So hopefully you can just maneuver down the hall, and in this space, I don't know if the online folks can see it. It's maybe a little chaotic, but what you're going to do is you're going to come down your right side of the room. I'm going to have called your name. If you're okay with it, you can shake my hand as you go by. And over here is going to be Dean and Dan standing by the side, where they will offer you your badge and your certificate.
Actually, so come through here.
Oh, but they're going to want to take pictures with you.
Yeah.
With us. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right. So then you will have your picture with Dan and Dean in front of the innovator sign. With Ingvi's photo booth app. So this is the flow. When we call your team, you'll just line up on this side of the room, and then you'll come through. You're not in any particular order once we call your team, so there may be some sort of nudging to get past your friends. Everybody got it? Got it. All right. So let's see that first slide. Oh, thank you. Nudging to get past your friends. So got it? All right. World's best dad. All right, that's a good idea. Oh, Wendy is set me straight. Because she's so good at mindfulness, she should explain the more down session. It's Mary Hamilton. Iterate. All right, our next team is Team for the Win. Come on up, Jesse. All right, everyone, give it up for our team chair, Tyler and Eric Cross.
And I say, I'm ready to fight for some storming on me. I'm like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no freaking breaking these kids. Competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division. But they going fishing with no bait. Get your boy no worry. I got the stats out. I drop your whole class.
I don't know what he likes more. Add-ons or the gate fans? Come on now. Oh no, I got the creator of all of our sketch notes for every section already knows. Oh wait, oh I missed this. Stephanie Signer. All right, next team. How do you say curse words in Danish? Come on down.
Jeg savner dig, jeg vil have dig tilbage, ligesom i de gamle dage, hvor en spage var en sted. Jo, jeg vil have dig tilbage, ligesom i de gamle dage, hvor en fri fugl var fri, og hvor man mente, hvad man sagde. Jeg savner dig, jeg freaking fucking savner dig.
Yes, the only one with 2 dates is the innovative frog, Richard Walsh. I'm especially grateful for his dedication to both robots and Rob. Steve Those are the most complex knowledge in the cohort. We have Samantha Duchenne. And she can overcome anyone's wall. Erica too. Let's go, Steven Stokes. Get it, Steven! All right, our next team while they're getting the pictures sorted is Team Hugget Huddle. All right, so champion of patience, empathy, and compassion, Scott Hayden. And bringing the legend here, Lindsay Lesser. All right, champion of flow, plastic living, and of course geography teacher Katie Callan. Oh, he's a creative Danish folk singer, Casper Lundgaard.
Yeah!
All right, last but not least, let's have Laura's team come down. Amplifying the voices of Boom Band students, Katie Fielding. Creator of the Trading Races card game. The rules are simple. The conversation's and international Canva virtuoso Michael Cochran. Safer prototype, but Melissa wins. Oh, I got to that. There we go. All right. She won the Patience Award for meeting. She's like the TARDIS, little on the outside, huge on the inside. It's the result. And last but not least, champion of student agency, making the students and the teachers, Nick Jacobs.
Yeah, Nick!
All right, everyone. All right, a final round of applause for the Gen 18 Google for Education. We have drinks and food. Let's celebrate. So you leaving the Innovate program?
Huh?
You leaving the Innovate program?
Yes.
Oh, you're doing it.
Stephanie doesn't have this signature.
Oh.
They're gonna send you another one that has it.
Melissa, sorry about this. Okay. Jesse, how did it feel? What do you think about this cohort?
Well, all the cohorts were amazing. This was an equally amazing cohort. Yeah, super excited. They're gonna change the world.
Casper, what are your thoughts about the cohort? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm so happy.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part? All of it.
Yay! Congratulations. Dan, what is your biggest reflection from this cohort? What really stood out to you in Denmark?
Really neat group. Lots of energy. Gosh. I felt like just a lot of good efforts. I don't have anything special to say, so it's really neat.
You also played piano in the National Museum.
Yeah, in the National Museum. Don't stop believing.
Yeah. Don't never stop believing, Dan. Andy, what about you? Takeaways?
Well, we all know that the Mountain View 16 is still probably the pinnacle of cohorts, but this one's still been pretty good. And certainly the food, the office, it's a really interesting group of projects.
Thanks, Andy.
What about the people?
Maggie, what was your favorite part of the event today?
Today, the pitching.
Yeah, you like pitching the
I like
project?
the pitching.
You feeling good about your project?
Yeah, very good.
Yay, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Carrie Lee, how many bubblies are you going to have right now?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, all right.
It's a very small floor.
Ian, how was it being a coach?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah?
It's a big experience. Yeah. Cool.
Kelsey, what's your favorite part about the Denmark Google office? Food.
The food.
Laura, how was it coaching?
I love coaching. If you're out there thinking about coaching, go for it. It's been the best thing ever. It's like getting to have a do-over of the academy. It's been brilliant.
Thanks, Laura. Tia, how was it coaching?
My hair. Coaching was great. Laura just said like a do-over, and I agree with that. It was like our chance to do this one more time. So
Yay.
thank you.
Thanks, Tia. Guto, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part, David?
Am I allowed to the karaoke? No, it was when the idea finally hit. That was the best part of it. And the karaoke.
Yeah. Yay.
My favorite part of the whole thing? Oh gosh. I think finally it was doing the 80-20 and being able to show out, lay out everything, and then have people come back and say, okay, so why is this note at this? Help me follow me on, walk with me on this whole process. Definitely, it's the 80-20 is what I need.
Yay. Awesome. Kirsten, what was your favorite part of the whole 3 days?
My favorite part was finally meeting everybody in person. We've been talking for so long, and meeting everyone was really fun.
Are you ready to hang out with the global community?
Yes.
Yay. What about you, Mikkel?
Yeah, definitely the people that we met. I mean, obviously the process is really important, and the products we're designing, those are going to change over time. But like, it's just the relationships that we hope to keep.
And your karaoke song was?
Pardon?
And your karaoke song was?
Oh, that was I Want You to Want Me.
Excellent. All right, we want you.
Chicago
All right, thanks, Mikkel. Stephanie, you sketch noted for the 3 days. How did it feel capturing it, and were you able to capture your favorite moments?
I did. It was awesome so that I can now go look back at it later and remember all the great memories we had.
Yay! Are you ready to hang out with the global community?
I am super ready.
Yay! Oh, it's not Nickel. It's Mike. Hey, Mike, how was it?
It was an awesome experience. Yeah, learned a lot. Met a lot of cool people. Very cool.
Awesome. And what was your karaoke song?
My karaoke, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
Joey, rep from Jersey.
All right. Amy, how was it coaching?
It was awesome.
How was your team? What are some
My
takeaways?
team was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed spending time with them. I actually kind of chose my team based on their what their problem was, what they wanted to solve, and I thought that made a good group dynamic because we had people working on similar things, so they could chat, and it was things that I was interested in.
Yeah,
like play and design and stuff like that.
Nice. So good vibes all around.
Oh yeah.
And what color is your sweatshirt?
I think it's yellow.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Meta, how was it? We're in your home country. Did you love having us?
Nice. Actually, I'm a bit proud of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with all these amazing educators just attending and seeing Denmark from its best side, I really love it.
You were a great hostess. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Meta. Catherine, how was your time at the Academy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So many great people, learning so many things from everyone all around the world.
Favorite moment?
So
so many moments.
Oh, you went to well, you guys did eat at the #1 restaurant in the world.
Yeah, it was great.
So Copenhagen food is good. The Academy was awesome. And your team, want to show everybody the T-shirt and your logo for the cohort. Awesome. Welcome to the global community.
Thank you.
Yay, Kenyatta, how was your time? Did you guys have a good?
We had a wonderful time.
Amazing.
And amazing. Probably one of the top 5 experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was best moment of the 3 days, if you had to choose one?
Community.
Yep.
Yeah, playing her game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can they get your game at?
Oh, I'm plugging.
Yep,
so,
plug.
trading races. So you can go to tradingracesgame.com or on Amazon and you can purchase it there too.
All right, ladies, welcome to the global community.
Bye,
Teresa, how was your time at the Academy?
Oh my God, it's absolutely most incredible. The best PD ever. But also, I feel so connected with this is my tribe now.
Yay.
And what's so cool about this group is we know we can do this all virtually as well. So I'm Jazz.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz.
Welcome to the global community. Kristen, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
What was your favorite part of the Academy?
I guess meeting some new friends in South Africa.
Yeah.
Here again.
Global friends. Well, now you have a whole global community to hang out with.
Yay.
Lindsay, what was your favorite part of the Academy?
These people. Best team ever.
Yay! Raquel, how about you?
The people you surround yourself with.
What was your favorite part of the Academy?
I enjoyed every single moment, to be honest.
Yeah?
It was an amazing experience.
Oh, yay! Katie, how about you?
I think just sharing ideas and getting feedback from all these guys is really brilliant.
Yay!
Look what I got from an amazing team.
Yeah! Was Ian a good coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What was the best part of the Academy?
Feeling less alone.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yay,
finding
group
my
hug.
tribe.
Group hug for the camera. Bye, everyone.